What's going on YouTube? The White Ninja 636 here for another exciting Moto Talk. It is my week for the topic of discussion. As you can see, I'm not on the bike. This is just a clip and a voiceover. So I apologize for that. My bike's not quite ready yet. I talked to him today, but we're still waiting for a couple parts. Hopefully those will come in this week and they'll be able to get started on it. Alright. This week's Moto Talk discussion is going to be based on a conversation that we had on a hangout session that was led by Goatfather the other week. This is in the after hours where a couple of us just kind of stayed online and talked to each other about some random stuff and was going over face reveals from both a viewer and a vlogger perspective, as well as the motorcycle community versus the motovlogging community. I think everybody really associates these to all be the same thing, especially as far as the motorcycle and motovlogging community go. They have this association where like, yeah, it's just one and the same. They're really not. And I've kind of come to grips with that since I started motovlogging. Before I got a bike, I obviously watched a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of the big motovloggers out there, and I just kind of assumed that it just kind of came with the territory, and they were just part of the motorcycle community with everybody else, which they are. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're on two wheels, but it's so different. And one of the biggest things that makes it different is the concept of a face reveal. This conversation kind of sparked because you got to see the big 2015 meetup in Georgia. A lot of videos have been sparked and come out with that. And a couple of the big name vloggers have started showing their face in a lot of videos. Chase on Two Wheels, Yummy, Motonosity. A lot of motovloggers are kind of getting rid of the idea that they're trying to protect their identity via face reveal. Because I know that's one of the big things for motovlogging, at least that I'm aware of. You know, people are always like, oh, I want to see your face, as if it matters that much. I haven't really shown mine in any videos. You might get a sneak peek somewhere here and there from somebody else's video, whatever. To be honest, it's really not that big of a deal for me. But coming into the motovlogging community, I just kind of thought that's, for the most part, what people did. And when we were talking this past week about it, we were trying to get people's perspective on it. So really what you have is when you have a vlogger, I guess of any kind, but obviously since we're in the motorcycle community, we're going to go motovlogging. When you have a motovlogger who has never done a face reveal, and especially when they start getting a little bigger, they no longer become like this person. They're just like this, they're like this icon or figure to you. And every single person is going to have a different perspective of what that individual should look like, you know, based on their actions, their voice, and everything like that. And I think there could be two ways to look at a face reveal once that happens. Either you're pleased with the outcome, you're going to be a little disappointed. And I don't know if it's a big deal for other people. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I watch the videos for the content and some of the scenery and stuff like that. But I think for some people, if this person is not kind of what they expected them to be, I think that could actually affect their views in some ways. Which, as ridiculous as it is, I mean, I think it's the truth. And a lot of these motovloggers, since they have such big numbers, they use YouTube as a source of income. And I think one of the big things for a viewer to comprehend is that once a vlogger gets to that point of they're becoming this iconic symbol, almost, opposed to a person, and they're making money off of that symbol, that they don't really want to have any way of really interrupting or jeopardizing kind of what they have. And I'm just really curious to hear what people say about face reveals. Is it that important? Is it not that important? Because another part of it comes up with, you know, meetups. Since I got a bike, I've really wanted to meet anybody who is willing to meet for a ride. I'm 100%, you know, I'm there. I'll meet you wherever. Not a big deal. That's kind of just what I'm about. But it seems like motovloggers don't have that, especially those without having a face reveal, because they're trying to keep their identity. They don't want just any Joe Schmo to, post stuff that they don't want to be posted. I can see kind of both sides of the coin. Obviously, I'm not big at all, so it's pretty irrelevant to me if, my face is shown or something like that. I don't go to extreme lengths to cover it, but if you're on a motorcycle and your camera's on your helmet, I mean, odds are you're not going to see your face anyway, so it's not like I have to do anything to keep my face private. Could I show it? Will probably be shown even this summer? Yeah, probably summer. I'm sure you could even find it now if you wanted to. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But once you get to a certain point where, you're getting like people like showing up to try to find where you live and stuff like that, I think it becomes an issue. So I'm just kind of curious as to what people think about it, both vloggers and viewers alike. If some of you guys are smaller vloggers out there, I'm really interested to hear if you guys are going to do a face reveal, if you guys care about it, if you think it'll alter your views for better or worse, whatever the case may be. And I'm also interested to hear your thoughts on the motorcycle versus motovlogging community. Now, again, when I first started, I thought the motorcycle and motovlogging community were like the exact same thing. And it's kind of not. I've compared the motorcycle community a lot to the boating community, where, if you have a lake house somewhere and you're on a boat, everybody waves to everybody. And that's pretty much, for the most part, how the motorcycle community is. Granted, you get some people who refuse to wave or don't wave or have a different bike than you, so it's not cool. But for the most part, everybody waves to everybody and everybody's really friendly. That's the motorcycle community. Now the moto vlogging community is more of a tight-knit group in the sense that there are those privacy concerns as far as who knows who sees who, being out in the open in public. So you don't really see like a bunch of videos of random people riding with bigger motovloggers except for these huge meetups. I mean, if for those who are even motovloggers or just riders in general, do you guys put these big time motovloggers, like Yummy R6, Do It With Dan, Chase on Two Wheels, MotoTalk, do you guys put these people on like a pedestal where you guys are almost starstruck to see them, or do you guys just look at them as every other person possible? Because the way I look at it, especially because I've been motovlogging, is I think very few people get into motovlogging with the intention that they're just going to blow up like crazy and they're just going to be making money on it. I think that's not even close to the real reason why people start motovlogging. And I'd almost be able to bet everything that none of the big time motovloggers really thought that was going to happen to them either. So I'm just curious if you guys really think that these people are star worthy, like if you see them on the street, you're like, oh my god, it's this person or it's this person, or if you're just like, oh man, this guy rides a bike too, that's awesome. He just happens to make videos that I watch, I just think no matter who you talk to, you get a different response, but, it seems like even on social media, like people get so excited to be seen with this person or talk to them. They're like, oh, I saw Yummy riding down the highway or something like that. And on every big motovlogger's Instagram, it seems like everybody's like, oh, first comment, like it's like the coolest thing in the world, like they're talking to some huge celebrity. When, I mean, in reality, yeah, they're known by a decent amount of people. It's a community that I don't really correlate it with like a star and fame that it seems like some other people do. If I came up to MotoNocity or something like that, I'd be like, yo, what's going on, MotoNocity? I was like, I'm just going for a ride. Did you want to join? Like, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, it's MotoNocity. I mean, these are just really cool guys that share the same interest that also just make videos. Like, so I'm just kind of interested to hear what everybody's thoughts are on face reveals, group rides, meeting motovloggers that you guys really like, and what your overall thoughts are between the motorcycle community, the motovlogging community, and your perception of these individual motovloggers. I know I told Goatfather that I get my topic out, and so I'm just trying to piece a little something together to get this out there so I can, at the very least, try to spark some conversation and get the other motovloggers to respond to this topic. Hopefully everybody has an opinion. Again, in the hangout the other week, it seemed like everybody that was involved in it had an opinion on it, given their reasons, whether they were on the motovlogger side about, I don't know. It just seemed like everybody really had an opinion on the matter. So, figured we'd bring it up and try to get this thought kind of spread out through the motovlogging community and just see what kind of responses we get. Let's see, who are we gonna call out today? we're going to ask a couple people to respond to this one. Of course, 4 and 6 Ninja, SoCal Ninja Rider, the one and only Goldfather, Strike on Two Wheels, who just posted a video today talking that he's going to be changing his name. So I suggest you check that out and find out why. I'm also going to call out 1 Down 4 Up, Easy Ninja Guy. I'm also going to call out Fallen Angel 13. So you guys, if you guys are able to post a video, obviously anybody who I didn't call, by all means feel free to put a response to this and, you know, make sure to send it on my way and I'll be sure to look at it. But guys, until next time, hopefully this is going to be the last video that I have that's not going to be on the bike. I'm really optimistic to get it this weekend, but it doesn't look like that's going to really happen, unfortunately. But take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.